What's up, guys? Today we're playing the same old mid-ladder bridge span deck on ladder. So that's what's going on. Merry Christmas. I know it's like a day late, but Merry Christmas. I'm actually not a hater of Christmas. I kind of enjoy it because of the food. And food, I live to eat, not I eat to live. Wait, so there's two sayings, okay? You live to eat or you eat to live. So one of them is just like eating because they have to live, and the other one lives to eat. I am the person who lives to eat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh my days, I got that so confused. And it's something that I do want to talk about. One of my favorite creators was talking about how, dating apps kind of just ruin the vibes for a lot of things. And it's very true. It like makes you perform your best when you meet the person, and it's just like all this unnecessary pressure that's been put onto it. And I have been on the apps for a while, but I actually stopped this year completely, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's just like, the reason why I'm on there is to like meet someone, and now if I'm not on there, how am I going to meet people? So I've just like been forcing myself to go out a little bit, not as much as it sounds like, maybe just like a few times a month. I do go out for work, but other than that, I'm just chilling. You get the reference. That's so cringe. This is not working out. That's what she said as she coldly embraced her arms around me and gave me the most brutal yet aggressive rejection ever. She did not, guys. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, I was on talking about like how I fully agree with like dating apps make you bring out your best and you're constantly performing, and you got to instantaneously like the person if you within the first date itself. And if you don't, it's just like this slow burn thing that you're just in there because both of y'all just don't know how to say no. And that's something that I have actually experienced, but which I do not recommend. Even onto my greatest enemies, I do not recommend. Okay, how am I gonna do this? It's either gonna be a tower trade, and I hope it doesn't have elixir to Mega Knight. Oh my days, he has elixir to do that though. Oh my gosh, look at the fire spirits. Oh my gosh, how many fire spirits was that? Oh my days, that was so many. That was so many fire spirits. What the hell? That was so many fire spirits. Okay, I think we win over here. But anyway, I'm gonna play defense. How many fire spirits was that? That was like crazy. Yeah. Don't use dating apps. It's because of the way it's sold to you and the way you put yourself in there. You're like, it becomes a marketplace in that sense. You're looking for the best deals. You got your stats, you're this, you're 5'7", you weigh this much, you are of this ethnicity, you're of this religion. And like, smash, pass. And like, you're basically throwing yourself out there as like an item. And it just like puts you in this like mindset, like, this is a game in some sort of sense, or like, this is like a business deal. And entering something with that context is not the greatest. Like, yeah, good for people who found love through dating apps, but you're a very small population, my guy. People who find the love of their lives. What am I gonna do here against Venom, who has no clan? Okay, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. against Boss Bandit. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is actually broken, but the heroic ability is just meh. It's not bad, it's not great. It works with a few decks like Golem, but it's meh. And where was I? So, meeting people in real life is definitely better. I have definitely met someone who I wanted to like, fall in love with in real life, but it didn't work out. And all my experiences on the dating apps have just been meh. It's just either the person pisses me off, the person was a catfish, or the vibe wasn't there. Some people are just as dry as ever, And some people are not what they seem. Life is pretty much that. Anyway, how's Christmas? What do y'all do for Christmas? I don't know what should I ask y'all over here. And Cannon Cart's gonna die right at the bridge, so kinda meh. I feel like I'm going up against a bot for some reason. The person has not connected at all on my tower. Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. What do I do here? Okay, I do have a strat. I think I do have a strat. So I'm going to put that up over there, and it becomes a building, which now is too late. Oh my gosh, the freaking taunt. That was annoying. The taunt is so annoying. Like, I saw a clip on TikTok where the person used the taunt ability, and the prince was charging towards the tower, and the guy used his heroic taunt, and the prince didn't connect on the tower. It connected on the knight, and the guy lost the game because of that. So, taunt is kind of annoying. The knight's ability is annoying, but it's also like very scenario dependent. But yeah, there's one thing I could give you all today to kind of ponder upon is either change your approach on dating, and dating kind of sucks.